Hello, wonderful person. Welcome to the Fact Factory. Today's episode is a list of 20 random facts. So, let's get into it. Without a washing machine aboard the ISS, NASA astronaut Donald R. Pettit had an idea that would fix their laundry and gardening problems. Donald concluded that, because there isn't any soil in space, he could use his underwear. This helped the seeds from getting too cold and allowed them to sprout in only 2 days. That's a salad I'd definitely pass on, no thanks. The Earth is made up of mostly water, 70% to be exact, but only 1% is actually safe for people to drink. What do beavers, wolves, and swans all have in common? Studies have shown that humans aren't the only animals to get married. Scientists actually found that some wild animals like wolves, beavers, and bald eagles have reoccurring relationships with one other individual. Making their second appearance on the countdown, what do beavers have in common with ice cream? Castoreum is produced in beavers' castor sacs, which are located between the pelvis and the base of the tail, and yes, next to the anal glands. The brown slime-like substance has a musky, vanilla-like scent because of beavers' diet of bark and leaves. This can be milked and is commonly used for ice cream. Venus is the second planet in our solar system, often called our sister or twin planet, because it shares many similarities with Earth. One major difference is that, on Venus a day is longer than a year. That's 243 Earth days to rotate once. This is the longest rotation of any planet in our solar system. A Venus year is about 224.7 Earth days. There are more living organisms on and inside your body than people on our entire planet. Bacteria in your body can make up from 2 to 9 pounds of your total body weight. Strawberries aren't actually berries or even fruit. In fact, the small seeds on the outside are technically the fruit, while the red flesh is considered the flower. Chameleons can change colors to attract mates, regulate body temperature, or to scare away predators. Even more amazing, when blind, chameleons can still change colors to match its surroundings. Former NFL safety Ronnie Lott for the San Francisco 49ers broke his finger in the last game before playoffs began. Doctors gave him 2 options: A. Get a cast put on for the next 8 weeks, or B. Have it amputated, then and there, during the game. He chose option B. Research shows that right-handed people, on average, tend to live 9 years longer than people who are left-handed. If you like what you are seeing so far, that's great, because listing random facts is our specialty here. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Now, let's get back to it. Did you know that whales actually evolved from deer? That's right. The earliest known ancestor of the whales we see today is the deer-like animal called Indoyus. This animal lived around 50 million years ago. How many lungs does an ant have? Some species of ant can survive for about 14 days underwater. This is because they do not have lungs. Instead, they breathe through small holes found around their bodies called spiracles. The wood frog can be found in Alaska and northeastern United States. This frog contains poisonous glands that secrete a mild toxin onto their skin for defense, but that's not why they are on the countdown. To get through harsh winters, the wood frog can partially freeze itself and hibernate for a ridiculous 7 months. No other animal even sleeps for 6 months. How long do you think a chicken can survive with its head cut off? Well, back in 1945, when an axe stroke missed his jugular and vital parts of his brain stem, Mike, the headless chicken's journey began. For almost 2 years, 18 whole months, Mike was a national celebrity touring the nation. The U.S. beer consumption per adult is around 28.2 gallons per person per year. But did you know that beer and marijuana come from the same family? Cannabaceae is a small family of flowering plants. This family includes about 170 species, grouped in about 11 genera, including cannabis or hemp and marijuana, cumulus or hops, and celtis or hackberries. In 1970, NFL kicker Tom Dempsey for the New Orleans Saints set an NFL record with a 63-yard field goal to give the Saints a 1917 win over the Detroit Lions. This record would stand for 43 years, only being matched in '98 and finally broken in 2013. But did you know Dempsey was born without toes on his right foot and no fingers on his right hand? You might know that wasabi is spicy, hot, flavorful, and green. But actually, if you ate natural wasabi, you wouldn't find it spicy at all. Did you know wasabi only becomes spicy when crushed? Hamsters are illegal in Hawaii. The weather is too nice, and with no natural predators, environmental officials have expressed concern that released or escaped hamsters could establish wild colonies that would rapidly multiply, damaging crops, native plants, and animals. Sorry, Buttercup, no vacation for you. In the early days of the NBA, a jump ball would follow every made basket. This lasted until in 1938, the rule changed so that the team that was scored on would receive possession of the ball in an attempt to make the game more fluid, and now, the jump ball only takes place at the start of every game. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second, or 186,000 miles per second. The Earth's average distance to the Sun is about 93 million miles, or 150 million kilometers. This means, if the Sun was to suddenly disappear, it would take us here on Earth 8 minutes to notice any light or gravity changes. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you know any facts, or have facts you want us to do, please leave a comment. I'm already looking forward to seeing you again in the next one.